Hello and welcome to the second episode of New Hobby Workshop. Last time I cleaned the room and prepared for painting. Plumber already replaced the valves and removed the radiator. So firstly I removed the radiator holders, cleaned the wall and paint with emulsion. Then I decided to apply first layer of paint, which manual says it's ready to apply. Mix with water max 15%, but basically I mix with about 40 to 50% of water. But in this case, when I cover old paint, I mix it even more, so the thin paint penetrates to old paint much better. Firstly I paint the corners with a brush and then entire walls with a roller. Next, the walls are amazingly white for a thin paint I use. That's because of emulsion I applied before. But now I'm done with the walls for a while. I need to do some dirty work before final painting, otherwise new painted walls will be dirty way too soon. There's a 3-phase cable I bring to a workshop, which need to be covered with the concrete. But before I remove the linoleum from the floor to see the condition of screed, which is in quite good condition, so I only need to fill some tiny holes. Okay, done. Next job is to brush and paint the radiator pipes and radiator itself. There was quite a lot of work, because this radiator was never turned on, so pipes and radiator was already a bit rusted. Firstly I roughly clean with a steel brush and a drill, and then a lot of sanding. Blow and suck as much dust as I can from inside, and then I clean everything with a paint thinner. So it looks something like that. I remove rust quite well. Now mask the new parts I don't want to paint and prepare the paint. I already got some old radiator paint, but not enough, so I buy another one. It's a special radiator paint which can handle a high temperature. Radiators are basically white, but I like the radiators in light grey colors, so I just put a few drops of black and voila! Firstly I apply one layer on pipes with a brush, and then go to radiator where I will test some handy $20 paint gun. Paint gun do their job amazingly good compared to professional Sota I use usually. But the paint was a bit thick, that's why there's so much paint in the air. When the radiator is done I continue with pipes, and when the radiator is dry I turn around and paint from the other side. After first layer radiator looks really well, but if you look closer we still can see some spots, so I sand everything with a fine sandpaper and paint once again. This time I mix a bit more paint thinner, so the paint apply better, and finally get amazing result. Radiator really look like new one. When the paint is dry I mask the pipes and continue with painting walls. After apply second layer walls is much better, but still clearly seen the line between brush and roller, so I apply one more layer. I believe there will be more than enough to layer if I use thick paint, but as I say I mix it with about 50% water. So in the end I need to apply 4 layers to get perfect white, but I'm sure thin paint grip better on old walls than thick out of box. When I'm done with white paint, there are quite warm days outside, which is perfect to paint the window. So firstly I remove the window and mask the walls, then clean the white paint from the frames, remove almost every fittings and sand with fine sandpaper. So I got something like this, and then just paint with wood paint. After about 2 days the paint is dry and glass are roughly cleaned by wife. The difference is huge, so I can screw back on all the fittings and mount the window back on. In that time I also make fine adjustments so the window open and close nicely in every position. After I clean the window sill, it's time for the grey paint. I decided to paint grey into the middle of that socket canal. For that job I buy some tool I used many times before, so now I finally buy a laser from Banggood for just 15 bucks. Let's just quickly check what we got for the money. Here we got 16 line self-leveling laser, rechargeable battery, a lot of settable holders, lifting device, remote control, charger and so on. It can level itself up to 4 degrees, and everything seemed to work fine. Except bottom line isn't that bright. I just checked with the water scale and it's 100% match with the laser, for the price and can't wish more. If you need one, check below for the link. Now let's get to work. I was so excited about the laser that I made huge mistake around the window. I applied masking tape on wrong side of the laser and didn't notice until it was too late. Then just mix grey paint with some water and start painting. Firstly with the brush and continue with the roller. Because I got white paint below, grey covers nicely in the first layer, but I applied 2 layers anyway. When the grey color is dry, I fix the fail around the window quite quickly. Just mask again, a bit of sanding and apply few layers of white. And then continue with masking for the blue line. I mask 8 cm on each color, so the blue line will be 60 cm wide. After masking is done, I firstly paint with the white paint over the top masking tape and with the grey paint over bottom tape. So I make a seal over the tape, which prevents blue paint to soak under the tape. With that trick we got really clean line, exact to the tape edge. When it's dry I prepare the blue paint, which is about 5 years old, but it's still just good because I always mixing paints with distilled water. Otherwise we can't storage the paints because it starts smelling really bad after a few months. Firstly I apply one layer with the brush and then second layer with the roller. When it's dry I just remove the masking tape and voila, paint job is done. I'm really happy with the final result, and even if the walls is quite rough, I got pretty clean line just because of a simple trick. Next job is to replace the light switch and sockets. To make job more exciting I do it live wires. And for the end I screw back on clean radiator holders. That's about it for second episode. I'm really happy with the result, walls looks amazing and come out way better than I expected. In next episode I will lay the laminate and restore the door, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, like, share and subscribe if you like, and see you next time.